You ever seen yourself in a whole different world? Ain't nobody stopping but you. It's up for you to get it. And at times you gotta daydream just to get away. So let me fly away. I'm gone, fresh out the shower, reaching for my towel. Step to the balcony, city lights shining bright, looking down from the towers. Twisting another sweet homegrown flowers. Chilling, kicking up my feet, trying to relax, but ain't nothing on TV. Lights stay flow, so I stay with a crease. Grab the keys, I guess it's time to hit the streets. 7 days without prayer makes 1 week. Cruising in my old school fleet, bumping 9 sleeves in between the seats. Feeling like Dolomite, pippin' ain't easy, but somebody gotta do it right. Broad daylight, make a right at the stoplight, stop and get some gas. Riding real slow when I pass, smiling, feeling like $1 million cash.
Hey, what's happening?
Man, what's going on, 2020 Vizion?
It's 2020 Vizion in the building. We here with Jackie Terry, live in effect.
Right.
And we got a few questions to ask him, mainly about his whole little acting ordeal, because he likes to put a whole bunch of projects together. He's a nice film director, that's been doing a couple of skits with a lot of actors and things like that all over the town.
Right.
So my question is, what we gonna do is we gonna name a couple particular actors that you worked with, and we gonna ask you, what did you particularly like about their act?
Perfect.
So, working with Romero Lopez, what did you like about his act?
What I liked about Romero Lopez was, first of all, his charisma as an actor and his willingness to play any type of part. I told Romero Lopez the first time I seen him, I'm like, dude, I want you to play a serial killer role. And he was down with it. There was no back talk. At the same time, that's the people you need, like in your circle. He's very, very charismatic, and he knows how to tap into his emotion very well. When Romero plays these roles, he really taps deep within himself, and that's very hard to do as an actor. You have to be able to tap into your emotional side, because it's hard not to become this character, because a lot of these roles that Romero has played, a lot of people thought they were real, and a lot of people that I have introduced Romero to, they were like, oh, wait a minute, that's a serial killer guy. So that's how you did a good job acting. So
Okay. What about the homie K.O. Graham?
Man, K.O. Grams, wow. K.O. Grams always did have a sort of a tough persona to him, which he is. I mean, he's from the streets. He's a legit cat. So when K.O. Grams hit me up to do this acting role, I knew for a fact that he would be perfect for the part, because this is essentially his natural character. So when K.O. Grams, we filmed a drop off, the main persona was to come in as this kind of strong character, the leader of the group, the leader of the pack, and he called all the shots. And he played that character so well that to the point where there was a scene where I was literally getting my ass kicked in the middle of the field by K.O. Grams and his crew, and it looked so real that, man, a lot of people believed it. That's one of the things about acting with K.O. Grams. I mean, when we filmed this, the scene itself looked incredibly real, and that's something we both wanted to grasp, because neither of us are fake individuals. So when we put a music video together, when we put a movie together, we want people to essentially feel like they're grasping into the connection, they're grasping into that reality that we created.
Okay. What about the homie Derry?
Derry, my main man, has a lot of potential. And once again, Derry, it's just like Romero Lopez. He's willing to do anything for the cause. He's a great actor. A role that I had for Derry was something totally outside of his character. I had him play a gangster. This is a character Derry is essentially used to playing. but I always want my actors to challenge themselves. So I like to put them in positions where they are playing a role that might be tough for them, but essentially they will get better. What can I say? Derry played his acting skill to a T. You would have really thought this guy was living the life, especially when he was counting the money on the bed and his girlfriend walks in and she slaps him. And that scene was just very dramatic because once again the scene looked real, and Derry actually told her to smack me as hard as you can. So a lot of the actors I work with, they had the same motive as me when it comes to it being real and grasping that audience attention. And Derry has done a very fantastic job with his role as D-Train. Much respect and love to that guy.
Okay. How about his homegirl?
Man, Xray is a fantastic actor. She just has that look. She's very cute, very innocent, and has that smile. So the first thing I wanted to do for Xray in her own solo role, because he has played many roles with Derry and me, but the first thing I wanted Xray to do was play her own solo role, and I wanted her to play a serial killer, which she aced, because she has this innocent look to her, but at the same time in her role she's very devious with her role and her character. Check out the name of this movie. It's Deadly Obsession, and believe me, when she tapped into this role, it was scary because she would have this crazy type of laugh, and all she wanted to do was just kill her victim. That's it. She was obsessed with killing random people, and during the death scene with her and Ramiro Lopez, you can just really see her acting skills come into play because it was just creepy. And a lot of people who saw that death scene was like, wow, this is crazy. And a lot of people at my job really congratulated that role that she played, because it could happen to anybody. That's why we label these movies as everyday situations.
Okay. Last but not least, what do you think about the one and only, the big homie, the XR superstar, the Kansas empowerment, Xray? What you think about that particular that character?
I personally think Xray is a genius. He's a prodigy. Not only is he skilled at everything I have taught him, everything he has learned from himself, he's very self-sufficient. And as an actor, he's a pure genius. He's up there with Hollywood because he's able to tap into so many different characters at will. He's able to tap into so many different emotions at will. And each role I have tossed at Xray, he's able to just ace it, knock it out the park. If I had a bat, man, he would hit that ball at the park. But one thing I like about Xray is when he taps into these characters, you actually really feel it. I talk a lot about the scenes being real. When it comes to Xray, he's in a whole nother ball game because he doesn't have to be coached. He's already a skilled actor. He has went to school for acting, so he's already seasoned. So when you take a seasoned actor, a seasoned vet, and you put this man in front of a camera, he's gonna shine no matter what because he's seasoned. He has the proper knowledge. He knows the proper emotions to tap into. He knows the body language. He pretty much knows what to tackle. And all you have to do is let Xray know the script and communication. That's the big thing. He likes communication. So whatever roles I have for Xray, I'm always sure to communicate with him so he could perform at his best what he always does. Xray, I can't say enough. He's fantastic, and I believe that he'll make it to Hollywood. He'll do great things in this world. I mean, what can I say? That man is a genius. Shouts out to his company 2020 Vizion. Man, It's crazy. I'm personally a big fan. I admire and respect that guy to the fullest. I'm a big fan.
All right, well, that's good. Good job, man. I appreciate it. Nice little 2020 Vision interview with the homie Jackie Terry in the building.
Daydreaming, I fall for my prize. I prayed on my future, told that old world goodbye. Daydreaming.